Welcome to another edition of WashCo Weekly. I'm County Executive Josh Schoemann, and today we're going to talk a little bit about parks. So I'm here in Heritage Trails Park, just outside of Slinger, County Highway E and 164 for those of you who aren't familiar. And we are standing in front of the Metro Mountain Bikers Trails here at Heritage Trails, and it's a really good example of some of the really innovative things that our Parks Department, our Land Use and Planning Committee have done to really reinvigorate our county parks. So before I dive into this cool trail and a little bit of the other stuff here in Heritage Trails Park, I want to give you a little bit of background in history. So when I came to the county about 13 years ago now, all of our different park areas had a lot of maintenance issues. They just weren't really well taken care of. To add insult to injury, property taxpayers were paying a lot of money for not a really great product. At the time, I think we had 16 or 17 different county parks, so to speak, that we would maintain all across Washington County. And it's kind of like all the rest of stuff in county government or even in business. When you try to be all things to all people, you kind of end up sucking at all of it. And that's exactly what was happening for our county park system. So fast forward a few years, we bring in this kind of just a new mentality about getting focused, real focused, and getting good at just a few things. Parks were amongst those things. We created what's called a Parks Fiscal Sustainability Plan, and our team has done a phenomenal job. Shout out to our Chief Community Development Officer, Jamie Ludovic, and the entire team for their work. But long story short was we established some priority parks. We have a handful of them only. We instituted a park fee for better and worse, but the quality of our parks, as evidenced by the mountain bike trail and a number of other amenities, depending on where you go. Ackerman's Grove has some major upgrades. We've seen Homestead Hollow in Germantown with some major upgrades. Sandy Knoll in the town of Trenton, just northeast of West Bend. They've seen some huge upgrades, but long story short, the quality of our county park system has gone up exponentially, and the people who use it, the very most, are the ones who pay it. So that brings us back here to Heritage Trails County Park and the mountain bike trail, which is just behind us now. So we are piloting a mountain bike fee for this year, and the Parks Department and our community development team are working really hard at formulating what exactly that's going to look like. But it's another opportunity for us to make major investments. Now, if you don't know much about Heritage Trails, or you don't know much about mountain biking in general, the trailhead, as you saw just a few minutes ago, is the beginning of a really fantastic trail system that's being built. And the ones who are building it are the ones who are using it. And so the goal of the pilot fee is to be able to actually have a funding source to be able to put the capital into the mountain bike trails and so forth, and in this park in particular, to see some major upgrades and really make this a destination. Right now we have people coming through from all throughout the country, predominantly the Midwest, of course, most specifically here in Wisconsin, but they're coming from everywhere because we have such a beautiful park, and hopefully we're able to leverage the resource here and make it a destination not just for people in Washington County, but for all of Southeast Wisconsin and for all the upper Midwest. So here's a little glimpse at our county parks, and I just wanted to be able to show you this because as you can see, the ones that are listed here are the priority parks for Washington County. And what has happened in the last really 5 or 6 years in combination with our golf course has been absolutely transformational to our park system. Most importantly for U.S. taxpayers, what does this all mean? I think I mentioned earlier, we were putting in over $1 million a year in property taxes to our county parks. Quite frankly, at the expense of other things, which are all higher priorities. Not to say that parks aren't a priority, but they're not a high priority relative to a safe and secure community, our sheriff's office, and mental health services, access to basic needs, things like transportation, effective mobility and reliable infrastructure like our highway department. And so it was really important for us to get those property taxes to those other priority areas, higher priority areas. And now the fees that we talked about, including this new one soon to be here in Heritage Trails, are 100% funding our county park system. and you're seeing huge improvements in the quality of our parks and in the ownership of the people who actually use them. It's a great testament to the things that we can do together as a community when we're willing to invest in the things we care about most. So thank you so much for joining another edition of WashCo Weekly. Join us next week. And if you have more requests for specific questions you want to hear about, email us at the email address below. See you next week.